Trading 20 hours versus 7,000. Now this was an interesting post that I came across that explains very concisely why nobody ever accepts your trade whispers anymore in Path of Exile. Taking a closer look at the first half of this cute drawing, you can see the typical new player getting their feet wet with the PoE trading system. Oh wow, a divine sale. I am blessed. I better leave my map instantly or I might never get the chance to sell again. Oh, he wants to pay in alterations? That's fine, I guess, as long as it's the same value. And what's especially funny about this part of the drawing to me is that I actually used to be exactly like this. I used to think that if I didn't respond to a trade whisper immediately, I would ultimately be blocked by an unsatisfied customer, thereby barring me from ever making a trade with this person again. Let that happen too many times and I would eventually be blocked by the entire Path of Exile player base just because I wasn't quick enough to sell my ring for 3 alterations. Little did I know that this was a completely ridiculous assumption born of personal insecurities. In a previous video, I talked about how PoE had a rapidly growing player base that saw upwards of 25,000 concurrent players each day, even during the end of a league. And with numbers like that, you'd have to be a professional asshole to get blocked by every single player in the trade system. Now taking a look at the second half of the post, you can see a more jaded veteran player who clearly has neither the time nor the energy to put up with trading inefficiencies. Bro, I could have ran a map and earned more in the time it took you to put 40 chaos in a window. If I wanted to negotiate, it would have been set to it. Go away. No, you cannot pay in chaos. And this part of the drawing honestly just hit it home for me. One of my biggest pet peeves with the trading system right now is how buyers often don't want to pay the exact price for a listed item, and not only do they not want to trade you for what you listed it for, but also expect you as the seller to calculate the difference and give them their change. Like, no bitch, I listed it for 400 chaos because I wanted 400 chaos, not your dinky 2 divines and oh, now I have to give you change in chaos so I end up with fewer chaos than before the exchange. I think I'll just continue to run my map, thanks. And it does make me kinda sad to realize that quite a few players have even less patience than that, because even though that scenario is a pet peeve of mine, I still honestly make the trade for 2 divines anyways. Listing something for considerably higher than the going rate so you are less likely to sell it, only to be annoyed when the whisper for it inevitably comes through. Giving change is a good one too. And truer words have never been spoken by the serial merchants of PoE. It's almost as if all the sellers are thinking the exact same thing. I've been selling the attribute tattoos. They go for 15C, but they sell fast and I'm tired of getting whispers for them all the time. So I marked them up to 20C, still got whispers. Marked them up to 25 and they are still selling easy. Marked mine up to 35C. This guy bought 4 of them. Was utterly confused why they even sold. Sold within 30 minutes of posting price. That's because nobody with a lower price replied to the whisper. I never got frustrated with trading more to people not answering, but this league did it for me. As you can see, with current implementation of the trading system, quite a few people are growing tired and frustrated with the amount of friction in the process. I believe that very few people actually enjoy leaving the game in order to browse a trade website in a different tab for an exchange that is not guaranteed to occur at the price they can afford. However, not everybody seems to agree with the message conveyed in this post. Downvoted for the toxic behavior, treat people like people. 10,000 hours into the game, I always leave a map for a trade, or at least reply and ask if you can wait. It's not the other person's problem if I have something listed for 10C. I always leave in the middle of a map to trade, not because I desperately need the money, it's just the decent thing to do. 1C or 100 div, it's still a sale I want and a buy they want. I just want to exchange my divine for chaos. I don't care if it's valued the same. I know you're literally making 0 profit and wasting time. Just reply to me. I'm so lonely. So clearly there are people who really disagree with the general sentiment outlined in this post, but it is actually in this next comment where you can find somewhat of a middle ground for this particular topic. Same, but I don't usually do a lot of trading, even in games with auction houses. I would advocate for, if you're not going to bother selling it, unlist it, but it really just comes down to the trade system being the way it is. Now what I especially appreciated with this comment was a recognition that it is in the flaws of the trading system that cause these types of problems and not necessarily the players. Rather than flaming the original poster for his beliefs on the current state of trade or what type of trading etiquette players should adhere to, this comment acknowledges that these are simply realities resulting from a system that the game developed developers support. Overall, I personally sit somewhere on the fence for this particular debate as well, leaning slightly in favor of the message by the original poster. I think that the current state of trade is simply a result of how the system is designed and less likely to be due to any particular group of players being assholes to one another. Gamers will always choose to play a game exactly the way they want to play it, and there's simply no changing that. But let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing or checking out my second channel. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you all next time.